Hello, beautiful being. I'm Trini. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I'm grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Let's see what's coming through. Growth, courage, earth, and past life and relief. Okay, so you're experiencing relief. You're coming into a time where you are going to feel relief. This is after a lot of karmic lessons, a lot of karmic trauma. You might feel like you've gotten burned by someone. You might be trying very hard to forgive or let go. Divine is saying that the separation that you desire from the pain that you've experienced, it's coming to you as you grow. It's going to come to you naturally, okay? It's going to come to you naturally. I want you to see the word. Divine says you have achieved an immense amount of growth and you have demonstrated an immense amount of courage. Okay? Okay, that's coming out. Yeah, you've got Hierophant energy. The energy of a teacher, of a wise being, of someone who has a good understanding of the foundation of things. Foundation. I had a hard time coming out. You might not be feeling grounded right now. You might feel a little off what you normally like to feel in your energy. But Divine says that that does not take away from your Hierophant energy. You have wisdom and you have access now to stability that you didn't have before. Okay? Something is opening up for you with this earth energy. This is abundance. This is prosperity. But this is also a feeling of being grounded, feeling secure. Divine really wants you to trust that you are secure. I feel like that's difficult right now because there's been an experience that made you feel like you weren't safe. Okay? This has to do not only with past life situations. This was a karmic lesson that you've been learning, okay? But also in the past in this life. Like, I see that there's a point in time in your life where it was like you came to a fork in the road. And you made a choice to go in the direction that's truly meant for you. And it's felt difficult. But you've grown immensely and you've handled the obstacles that have come your way, that have stood in your way. You've handled them with such grace. There's something that was being blocked for you, okay? There was a little hair on there. This is like related to your DNA. This is something that is truly meant for you. This is abundance that is a part of your divine path. Okay? And your desire for this prosperity is natural. It's divine. There's something that you've been wanting to manifest, and Divine is acknowledging that yes, this abundance that you desire, it is meant for you. What you want to accomplish, what you want to achieve, it is truly meant for you. And it's on your divine path to experience this abundance. So I already know with this being related to a past life experience, there was a major blockage there. Trying to stand between you and your abundance, trying to stand between you and the prosperity of your dreams and your visions becoming manifest. But Divine is letting you know that you are going to experience relief very, very soon. Okay, it's coming. I want to know what was blocking this beautiful being from their abundance, from their prosperity. Okay, wow, 9 of Swords, 10 of Swords. Okay, this one's in reverse, 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something that was, there's like an energy that was presenting itself as like a signal to you that you should worry. There's somebody around you that felt very unpredictable, very like they lack common sense in some ways, okay? And this made you feel like you had to be on guard because you didn't know how this person was going to react, going to lash out if there was anger there, okay? And so this wondering took you to a state where you felt like you didn't really want to keep moving forward. This could be with a venture or an intention that you had set to manifest something. You started thinking, maybe I shouldn't even okay? For some of you, this relates to a dream or a goal or vision that you have of creating something in your life, creating something in your world. For some of you, it's a certain career path. You may have questioned your career path because of fear that someone was sending you. Divine is saying that from a very human perspective, every fear that you had was completely normal. And it was really just your brain seeing what was around you and trying to keep you in a state of where you weren't in harm's way. Your brain was trying to protect you, okay? It told you that basically, based on the data, it was picking up on this individual around you. For some of you, it was several individuals that an entity was working through, an entity of fear, an entity of destruction, an entity of chaos. You picked up on this, and your brain saw evidence, and you felt intuitively evidence that something was not right with this person or with this group. And so based on that, you wanted to protect yourself because you did not feel safe. And that is a necessity for every single human being on the face of this earth. They must feel safe and secure in their physical surroundings, in their physical state, in order to be able to flourish. And I feel like that's what was hindering you from feeling like you could get this sense of relief that you needed in order to prosper. But this is changing. You have the 7 of Pentacles here. This was also what Spirit is saying that was blocking your abundance, was feeling like you didn't have the strength to visualize the next step and be okay with the timing of that. I feel like there was something telling you that you needed to be in a rush, that you needed to be in a hurry. And that's something that you're releasing now because you're feeling more relief. Divine, what is this relief bringing to this beautiful being? Tell me about this relief that they're going to experience. Okay, so 6 of Pentacles, there's going to be increased sharing of energy between you and another high vibe being, or really what's coming through here is multiple. For some of you, many high vibe beings. You are going to exchange energy with them. There's going to be reciprocity. There's going to be fair judgment, fair a fair view of one another, okay? It's natural to judge what you see and what you experience. But what you do with that judgment or with that thought is what matters, okay? You're going to come in contact with beings that the data that your brain picks up about them is going to be positive. It's going to be positive. And Divine is saying to be open to that energy. Because there will truly be no reason to sort of shut out these people. But based on previous experiences, you might be tempted to do just that. You may be tempted to block a blessing that truly is a blessing, but it's a being that is based in reciprocity and kindness and divine love. Okay? For some of you, this is within the scope of a relationship, but because this is presented as pentacles, I really see this with your abundance, your prosperity, your creative endeavor, your career path is bringing you wealth. Okay? It's bringing you positive interaction. Beautiful. I love that for you. All right. Got the Magician here. So I know that you are intuitively sensitive. I know that you pick up on things, and there has been a magician who was sending negative energy. But Divine is showing this for where you're headed. You are becoming the magician. You have already become the magician. But you're the magician in a positive light. You're balanced. You have a beautiful perspective of the world, and that's something that when you create, when you speak, when you share with others, you come from a very positive perspective, a very positive point of view, because that's truly what you align with. You're not afraid of your shadows, though, okay? You're not afraid to work with dark energy. You realize that we all have dark energy, we all have light energy. Without either one, there's no possibility for our existence. But that's what's beautiful about you, okay? Is that you embrace both your North Node and your South Node. You recognize where you've been and you honor it for the lessons it's brought you, but you're moving forward, okay? You have a very balanced vision of your life. You have a very balanced take on life. And that's just one of the many ways that you add to this world and to the collective. Okay? Because something has ended, because something has come to completion, which is someone else's control over you, I see you now free. It's like not only has a negative cycle ended, not only are you getting relief from the burdens that you've been feeling, I feel like at times you may have felt just scattered, like your energy was scattered because there were so many things going on that to maintain balance of what you're giving your energy to, it almost felt impossible because there was so much going on. Divine is saying that that time, that phase, that era of your life is ending. Okay? And now, whereas you used to feel overwhelmed by the world around you, you now have the world in the palm of your hands. You're able to assess a situation and know what's going on and allow Divine to speak to you. You're opening up to visions and to ideas and beautiful things that await you. But when you assess a situation and when you get ideas, you're not allowing any sort of timeline to rule you, to make you feel like you're not up to speed. you're not going along with someone else's timeline for you. Someone else had created a timeline for you. This was a human. They could have been using, let me see. Tell me about this. Yeah. So this was a timeline that was created for you by another being. Not a beautiful being, though. Okay, they could be. But instead, they're obsessed with creating difficult situations for people. That's their goal. And they want to do that in order to see themselves win. They're very competitive, and they want to be very strategic with their trickery. But as the magician, you have seen through that, and you have taken what they have sent you and used it to your good, to your benefit. It's like you've outsmarted them. Okay? But they created a whole other timeline for you. They wanted you to fail at certain things. They wanted you to miss certain opportunities. And their strategies worked in a way where you were at least able to figure out who this person was. You know who they are. And you've always known their intentions. But with the repetitive nature of them doing this over and over again, because I feel like they've been relentless, it's allowed you to figure them out. Okay? Because in spiritual warfare, you must know who your opponent is. Alright? And this person has used lots of trickery, lots of disguises, lots of other people. They've paid people to help construct a whole other timeline for you. You have a divine timeline that you're aligned with, but they wanted to get you off course. And so they've created all of these different situations and circumstances. They've manipulated so many things, trying to get you wrapped up in a whole other timeline. And so it's funny because I saw both this person as a magician, but I also see you as a magician. It's like two opposing workers, two opposing, like, spiritual workers, two opposing alchemists. And what they want to create is destruction and chaos, which actually is very easy to do. It's easy to create chaos. Okay? I'm getting dark, divine, feminine energy being awakened in you because of the dark, feminine energy that someone threw at you. I feel like this was someone stuck in their darkness who does not know how to balance the light and the darkness to create and transmute and alchemize, okay? They just want to use chaos. That's all they want to do. But in this process of realizing who this person is and truly understanding why their intentions are what they are, their intentions for chaos and destruction, you have become an extremely mighty magician. You've been able to take the attacks that they've sent you, the distractions that they've thrown your way, and use them for your good. Yeah, see, Hanged Man, you have gained a whole new perspective throughout this whole journey. And because of that, something is turning around for you. You're experiencing more relief very, very soon. Very soon. This is coming through an ancestor. This part of the message is coming from an ancestor that loves you. It is a masculine energy, okay? They are here to support you. They are here to provide relief. They are also here to create additional portals in your life through which abundance can flow to you. And also, if you have a child, this ancestor is coming through your child. They're sending healing energy to you through your child. Okay? Ashe, thank you, Spirit, for this message. This is about to be a time of rest for you. Also, rest has been coming through. It's very, very, very important. Spirit and your spirit allies want you to rest. Please be very intentional with your sleep, with your rest. I was in my hammock yesterday under the sunlight, and it just felt so good. Like, I fell asleep. It felt so good. Divine is just saying to rest your physical body and create opportunities for your body to experience regeneration, where you are not forcing your brain to think about any particular thing. Okay, you're totally open to a very restful state, a restful energy. But also, this relief that you're coming into, you're going to experience like a breath of fresh air with your visions, because Four of Swords is also about meditation and just resting the mind. What do you see in your mind when you close your eyes? So the dreams and the visions that you've had, you're going to experience a breath of fresh air, new energy that flows to you. Okay? It feels like the month of June is going to be very, very beautiful for you. There's going to be new energy that you're experiencing. Okay? So for some of you, this relief has already started, but I'm seeing the month of June. There's a lot of, it's like a positive flow of energy that comes to you during that month. Yeah, so abundance for you. Knight of Pentacles. Divine is encouraging you to be patient as you experience this wealth. It's flowing to you steadily. This is not about something that is like a major rush of energy that is then over. It's about steady independence, steady stability, steady abundance and prosperity. Okay, oh, you got the Empress. Ashe. And you've got the Emperor. And you got Two of Cups. Okay, so what's going on here? Yeah, this is abundance that's flowing to you in so many ways. Not just with your dreams and visions, but with your, like, if you have a business or whatever it is that you consider central to your life, your home, your finances, your business, you're experiencing this Emperor, Empress energy. But this is also about a balance within yourself, your masculine and feminine energy that brings abundance into your life. It attracts abundance. But for some of you, I mean, this is undeniable. You got Two of Cups here. This is a balanced connection with you and your beloved. I want to pull from here. Tell me more about this energy, Divine. What does this beautiful being need to know? Oh, okay. All right. I got it, Spirit. Thank you. So this could have been a connection between this Emperor and Empress that at one time felt very stable to you. This could have been in the past. There was a stage, a phase where you thought that things were a certain way. You felt like you were stable and secure and grounded. Okay? What's coming through is that something that impacted that was where you were at that time. You saw things from the place where you were at that time. So now you've gained greater perspective, where you're able to see where maybe there were some things that needed attention, or some signs that were coming through that maybe you weren't ready at the time to honor. Okay, maybe it was too painful to come to terms at the time with some of the truths that were presenting themselves to you. Okay, but you felt stable. You had a certain feeling of security at that time. But with the Moon card, there was something that took place that cast a shadow on your connection. What did this cast a negative shadow on for this beautiful being? Okay, so somebody has seen the light with the Ace of Swords there, okay? This is related to, divine keeps bringing me back to the root chakra with your sense of security. This could also pertain to something about money. There could have been something regarding money and finances that was hidden from you or concealed from you in some sort of way. This could also be like the basics of a person, like their basic personality. Maybe there was something that you felt wasn't a problem that you then later on realized, oh, this could be an issue. But there's something related to a King of Swords here and their way of communicating. How they exchange information with you, how they interact with you, that has brought about a sense of letting go. It's like reaching a new level. Okay? Also forgiveness. There's something that you've let go of that has allowed you to reach a new level of ascension. And a new level of connection for those of you who are in this relationship with this Emperor and Empress. It's allowed you to open up and experience a different level of connection and healing and growth. Okay? So this energy here that presented itself to you in your connection, it brought about a really needed change. So Divine is saying that the darkness in your experience with this person, it led you to your own light. It led you to your own light. It helped you to understand your light energy because you have let go of so much. And you've allowed this experience to become so transformative within you that your change, your level up is undeniable. Okay. Divine is saying to move forward with the rider there. You're being encouraged to move forward. What does moving forward bring you? I want to know. As this beautiful being moves forward, what awaits them? Oh, Goddess energy. Okay. Healing of any abandonment wounds that were created. Okay. So I feel like with that being right there with that moon card, whatever darkness that you experienced in this connection, in this bond, it feels like either some abandonment wounds were created there or triggered, or maybe both. Okay? But as you're moving forward, you're experiencing even on a deeper level, deeper and deeper and deeper, because our healing always continues, okay? You're experiencing deeper levels of healing and abundance. And for some of you, this healing is your abundance, okay? I'm definitely getting wealth, like financial wealth here, but for some of you, you know, it wasn't even necessarily the money or the financial security that you were really trying to manifest. Over and above all, it was just your wounds that you wanted healed. You did not want to feel down anymore. You didn't want to feel held captive anymore by the previous experiences that you've had and by what hurt you so much in this situation, okay? You've got abundance coming to you in all ways, not only financial, but emotional abundance as well, okay? And a lot of you, this is that balance between your emperor, your empress, this beautiful connection with a soulmate, okay, with someone who truly vibes with you. You're doing work that is meant for you on your path, but also you're gaining clarity about it. So moving forward with this Rider card, what Divine is saying is that you're going to experience abundance in so many ways. You're going to have clearer vision, even clearer vision of what your life's work is and how you're supposed to move forward with that. And you're also experiencing so much abundance with your connection, okay? With your soulmate. With a soulmate that you have chosen, they have chosen you. And you are both chosen divine beings. Ashe. Yes, major abundance comes to you. So if there have been any questions as to what awaits you on your path, Divine is just reiterating and reassuring you that there is so much prosperity on so many different levels that awaits you. And that is something that you're experiencing on a whole other level than what you have been, because you have stayed the course and you have manifested an amazing breakthrough. It's meant for you. You've earned it. And there has been such a beautiful relationship between you and your ancestors. And that's why you have manifested this change, is because it's not just you looking out for you. You are divinely protected and divinely guided, and there's no need to question that. There's no need to wonder if you're truly on the right path. I love when the cards reassure us of what's truly right and what's truly pure, because there are so many distractions that can eat away at truth, okay? But the truth never disappears. It's just that it gets diluted by the craziness around. But you're aligned with truth. And this message serves to reassure you of that, okay? All right, I want to close with a nice card. I want to do something uplifting. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do my Goddess deck. Thank you, Spirit. What Goddess is coming through to support this beautiful being? Ooh, you got a couple. Aw, Yamaya. Ashe, you got a golden opportunity that awaits you. Okay? Ashe, Yamaya. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. So there is an opportunity that you have, okay? Some of this is that connection with beautiful beings. Some of this is opening up to connections with other beautiful beings, because even though there have been reasons to back away, there are connections that you are manifesting, and for some of you that you already have access to, where it was about learning together. It was about learning how to become healthier individuals, okay? And so while, yes, it is so important to maintain boundaries with the haters and the naysayers and the chaos creators, okay? I'm talking about true connection that presents itself as an opportunity of support and healthy connection, okay? Healthy connection. Ashe. You've got Ostara. This is fertility. This is total Empress energy, okay, that's coming to you. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Okay, you might want to change your environment, alter it a bit. You might want to move some furniture around. You might want to paint your walls a different color, or just paint one room. You know, some people get overwhelmed because they try to do too much, right? So painting your whole house might not be in the cards, but painting one room that you love spending time in, that you've been already thinking about doing that, it's a good time to do that. New conditions, switching up your space. You might want to put some furniture from one level to another level. Okay, changing the vibe of your room. Okay, really good time for new projects. Namatona, sacred space. Yes, and doing that in your sacred space. You might need to create a sacred space within your home. Okay, it doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be filled with expensive items. Just things that boost your vibration and help you to feel close to spirit. All right, whether it's incense, a crystal, you might want a gong. You might want to do sound healing in there. You might want a bowl in there, a singing bowl. Okay, do what feels right to you. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine, and you can create that space right in your home. Okay, if you so choose. You've got Butterfly Maiden. You have transformed so beautifully. You're experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. That's the vibe. Your blessings are here, and they're here to stay. And they're here because you've manifested them. You and your ancestors and your beautiful spirit team have worked so hard and so diligently, and you have walked hand in hand to create such a beautiful reality. Divine is asking you to open up your eyes to see the beauty around you and inside you. Every single day, take time to get quiet and reflect on the beautiful things about you, your strength, your courage, the fact that when you need to cry, you cry, and that's beautiful too. You allow yourself to feel, and you allow yourself to do, and you allow yourself to be, you allow yourself to rest. Whatever it is in this moment that brings you to that divine state, that's what you're able to do. Okay, reflect on your beauty, because you have so much of it, and you're about to experience even more beauty in your life. So that makes sense, because you're so beautiful, you're attracting beauty to you in so many ways. Ashe. All right, beautiful being, I hope that you enjoyed this message. Please be sure to show your love, like, leave a kind comment. Also subscribe. I really appreciate that. And for those of you who donate, thank you so much. I appreciate your giving spirit. I love that. And the reciprocity that you show. Thank you. I wish you peace. I wish you joy. And I wish you so many blessings.